Hey guys, what's going on? I'm ShortySX, and today I have some very exciting news for you, especially if you're interested in ghosts and looking forward to what perks we'll all be getting. Now, you've probably seen videos from big YouTubers like Ali or FaceCross explaining all the perks they know of and giving you their best guesses for the ones they don't. Well, this is not one of those videos because today I'll actually show you the actual or confirmed descriptions of quite a few of these perks, just like they would appear in the current stage of the game. And this is all coming straight from Infinity Ward's latest reveal. Now, if you look at the footage at the moment, you'll notice that every time Infinity Ward has shown us the full list of perks, they have always blurred out the very bottom of the screen where it showed the name and description of those perks. Well, a couple of days ago, when they broadcast their last reveal from Cologne, they either forgot to add this blur effect or intentionally wanted to share some of these perks with us. One way or the other, we got to see quite a few of them, and of course the exact wording of those perks makes a huge difference, so today I'm going to walk you through all of those perks and we'll discuss what they are. Now, the first perk we start with is Agility, which simply gives you increased movement speed, which is of course great given the whole new conservation of momentum mechanic that they're adapting in Call of Duty Ghosts, and the fact that the faster you're moving, the better off you'll be in general. Now, considering I'm a very active player myself, this will definitely be something I'm taking all the time. And speaking of perks, which I'll be taking all the time, the next one they show us is Marathon. And this is big news for me. I don't know if you guys care as much as I do, but I really care about this one because, as you can see, it says unlimited sprint. Now, this has been one of those issues where in the last couple of games they decided to give us limited sprint with even the advanced version of Marathon. But in this case, in Ghosts, they're finally going back to unlimited sprint so you can actually run around as much as you want. Super happy about that one. Alright, next one is Stalker, which is simply move faster while aiming. I'm assuming it will work similar to the way it's done before, but we don't know anything else beyond this. Okay, the next one is actually quite big because despite everyone saying that it's Dexterity, it's actually Quickdraw. Now keep in mind this is apparently one of those perks they didn't have access to when they first got a chance to play the game, but this is in fact Quickdraw, which of course leaves the big question of what is the perk at the very top left, which everyone else said was Quickdraw. I'm guessing that's Dexterity and then this is Quickdraw, in which case they were only swapped, but anyway, moving on. Next up we have Steady Aim, which of course simply increases hipfire accuracy. Nothing new there, so let's just move on. The next one is Reflex, but it's essentially Fast Hands from Black Ops 2. It allows you to swap weapons and use equipment faster. After that, we have a very cool new perk called On The Go. Now, this allows you to reload while sprinting. Notice that it doesn't let you reload faster, which would be Sleight of Hand, which is right above this perk, but it's still very useful for any type of rusher who would, of course, want to reload while sprinting and getting around as fast as possible. Definitely going to try this out. Next up is Blind Eye, undetectable by air support, Oracle systems, and sentries. Pretty much the way it's always been. So, next we have Scavenger Resupply from dead enemies. Now this one's a little weirder because we don't know if you only resupply your bullets or whether you can resupply explosives and so on. Judging from the icon, I'm guessing only bullets, but then again, like I said, we don't know. Recon Explosive damage paints target on the minimap. Pretty much the same way it's always been. Nothing so exciting. Now, the next one is really an old perk with a new name. Resilience, no falling damage. But if you hear Resilience and you think, Giants Super Bowl, oh yeah, that was awesome, then you're awesome and I love you. But moving on. Here we have Off the Grid, which is undetectable on the minimap by SATCOM or radar pings. In other words, Ghost. Now, given the name of the game, I can kind of see why they try to make it as different from Ghost as possible, and I'm sure when people eventually start crying about it, it'll probably be called OTG or something like that in chat rooms, but anyway, this is the new Ghost. Next we have Dead Silence, definitely a perk I will be having all the time. Move quietly. Now, the question of course is, do you move completely quietly or do you move sorta quietly? Can people still hear you like they did in Modern Warfare 3? I don't know. We'll find out, I guess, later on. The one after that is Takedown. Kill enemies without revealing their death locations. Now this may sound like a useless perk, but it's actually quite awesome because quite a few people pay attention to those death marks when someone dies. And if you just don't see one of those, it can be quite covert. I like it. After that we have Extra Tactical, additional tactical equipment, pretty straightforward. In fact, I expect most of the perks in the equipment section to be pretty much the same. And the last one we get to see is Strong Arm, throw equipment farther and decrease the cook time of grenades. Pretty useful, I guess, if you rely on equipment and grenades. But sadly, that is all the perks they got to show us in this reveal. Like I said at the beginning, I'm not really sure if this was an accident or if they intentionally wanted us to see these exact descriptions. If it was intentional, then we can probably expect more in the upcoming reveals, but I really don't know, only time will tell. By the way, if you guys haven't seen those other videos from people like Face Cross and you are curious what the other perks are likely to be, then I'm going to put a link right there, because there's no point for me to just repeat what he said, and he's done a great job of researching, and his guesses, even for the ones he doesn't know, are still pretty educated. So aside of the slight discrepancies I mentioned with Quickdraw, you can definitely trust the rest of the information. I hope this video was helpful for you guys. I hope you learned something. I'm actually surprised no one had covered this, because right before I released this, I looked all over YouTube and no one had discussed it. Everyone was still going off the old information from the first reveal. But anyway, I guess I'm really excited now, and tomorrow I'll release a video with more of my personal view on all the perks and what I'll be using and just ghosts in general. But take care, guys. I'll catch you next time. Peace.